greatest country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
What's going on, America? Diddler the Piddler has been denied bail. Could this be the October surprise that we always have on election seasons? There's always an October surprise. My question is twofold. Now that they've denied P-Diddy bail, we are going to show you everything we know, including the fact of P-Diddy has photos and videos of Lord only knows how many elites, not only in the music industry, but in Hollywood and politics alike. Now that he's been denied bail, answer in the chat right now. Stupid.
Dude, would you buy a new chair?
It's Royce. I'm blaming Royce.
What did I do?
Either way, see, they're trying to take me out from even talking about P. Diddy.
I'm not even in your state, dude.
FYI, your pager is in the mail. Keep it in your pocket at all times.
Back to the point. Now that P. Diddy has been denied bail, do you believe he's going to make it to a trial, or will he be Epstein? Comment yes or no in the chat. Also, I'm curious, do you think if by some miracle he survives, do you think P. Diddy is going to start singing like a canary in a coal mine and expose a lot of people? Perhaps Kamala Harris, perhaps Obama, Hillary Clinton. Do you think that maybe perhaps there's going to be October surprise by none other than the diddler himself? Comment yes or no in the chat. I'm curious your thoughts. And also, Gavin Newsome in California, illegals get $150,000 to buy a home paid for by you, the taxpayer. But now also the taxpayer, you in California, get to pay for the prosecution of people who create memes, because memes are now illegal in the state of California. Lucifer himself has had enough of the memes. If you live in California at this point, you deserve everything you get. I've talked to you guys ad nauseum about this. If you still choose to live in California, you deserve this. You deserve this. Let's introduce everybody that's in the studio. Tony's in the studio.
Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I appreciate just a simple, I'm just Tony. It's fantastic. Love it.
Royce is in the studio.
I am. I'm not in the studio, actually. I'm very far away from the studio.
You're in the digital studio.
Yeah, that's right.
And everybody's favorite redneck, Hot Seat Todd, is in the studio. See, it just works so much better. Come on, people. Like, honestly, doesn't that fit so much better than whatever that techno music was we had on Monday?
The techno music.
The techno music.
I didn't realize you were starting a ska band, Todd. Anyway, all right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. This P. Diddy thing is, I'm going to go ahead and warn you ahead of time, and we need to hit every single one of you to hit that like button right now. You would think that I wouldn't have to remind people. This is episode what? What episode is this?
726, I think.
726 times we have done this show. You would think that we wouldn't have to remind everybody to hit the like button, but we do. So make sure to please hit that like button. The more you hit the like button, the more people see this video, the more people see the truth. Comment in the comment section. We do so love to hear your opinions, and make sure to share this far and wide. Warning before we get into the depths of despair that's going to be this video. This P. Diddy stuff is pretty dark. It's pretty demented, pretty sick stuff. So this is probably not the episode for your children to listen to. It's probably not the episode if you have sensitive ear holes for you to listen to, but it's stuff that needs to be talked about. And we're not here to tell you what you want to hear. We're here to tell you what you need to hear. And this Epstein-like thing with Diddy is very, you guys need to pay attention to. Because, see, the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, everybody was kind of like, oh, wow, that's nuts. And nobody really paid a lot of attention until he died in prison mysteriously.
Really? Is that true? Nobody thought about it until he
everybody,
died.
Everybody was like, "Oh wow, there was this island, kind of thing," and everybody was like, "Oh."
And then all of a sudden he mysteriously hung himself.
It wasn't until he hung himself with toilet paper.
Yep.
Somehow, some way, double ply. That all of a sudden, everybody was like, "Whoa, something went down."
Well, let's give him credit. It was double ply, but he folded it, so it was actually quadruple
news like Castaway.
And Charmin jumped all over it. They were like, "See how strong our toilet paper is."
There's a whole ad campaign.
Yep.
Way to go, Tony. That was
a wet shirt doesn't break, as Jackie Chan would say. And as Owen Wilson would say, you said wet shirt don't break, not P-shirt Ben Bar. Anyway, that is a Shanghai Noon reference.
I got it.
Yes, very good movie.
Anyway, all right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, but first we got to get to the sponsors that support this show. So I want to tell you about our friends at Better Debt Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you stare at a stack of unpaid bills and think, how can I earn this much money and still be this far in debt? Join millions of Americans that feel the same way. Thanks to COVID and inflation, 1 in 4 Americans have maxed out their credit cards. In fact, I read an article the other day that default credit card payments is the highest it's been ever in America. But there may be help for you, and it's with Better Debt Solutions, and here's why. Not all debt settlement companies are created equal. Better Debt Solutions has saved their clients over $1.5 billion. That's $1.5 billion for their clients. Wow, that's crazy. Better Debt Solution has fast-acting strategies designed to put money back in your pocket from the get-go. You need someone to stand between you and the bill collectors to stop the threats and harassing calls. That's where Better Debt Solutions are your friends. Their partners implement your personalized plan with one main goal: to reduce your credit card and personal loan debt. But listen, some of these strategies are time sensitive, so you need to move quickly. Trust Better Debt Solutions to help settle your debt faster and easier than you thought possible. Visit betterdebtnow.com. betterdebtnow.com/Graham for a totally free consultation. That's betterdebtnow.com/Graham. Visit betterdebtnow.com/Graham today. All right, let's get into this stuff. First of all, MrBeast. I'm telling you, first of all, anybody that would call themselves MrBeast, I got a problem with, okay? And your main clientele is children. I got a problem with. MrBeast is being sued. All right, so let's go over why, and then I'll say the things. First of all, if you think there's something off with MrBeast, comment yes or no in the comment section right now. My children aren't allowed to watch him. The end. I nipped that in the bud years ago. My kids are not allowed to watch MrBeast. Anyway, all right, reports are coming in. MrBeast and Amazon are being sued by contestants of his upcoming show, Beast Games. What a great Christian name for a show. Failure, why, you may ask? Failure to prevent sexual harassment, failure to pay overtime and minimum wage, no meal and rest breaks provided to participants. So slave labor is where we're at with MrBeast at this current moment. Quote, several contestants ended up hospitalized. Others reported suffering physical and mental complications while being subjected to chronic mistreatment, degradation, and, for the female contestants, hostile working conditions. Let's go to a picture of Jimmy here.
Now,
that's his name.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt here. All the pay stuff and anything work like involving the employment stuff, I imagine that's on Amazon's part. I don't think he would have anything to do with that.
I highly doubt that he's involved with creating a game show that airs on Amazon Prime Video, that he's not involved with it.
No, he's involved with it, but like the payment, all that stuff, like I wouldn't imagine he decided that because it's funded by Amazon. You see what I'm saying? But the even bigger picture, I think, is the sexual harassment stuff and the slave labor, literally, like.
To me, the devil's advocate again is it's just one more notch in the belt of something that is off within the business relations that Mr. Beast is involved in.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Okay. You got this Chris guy, Titus, is that his name?
Yeah, Tyson.
Tyson. There it is. Chris Tyson.
Why do I know that? I don't know. I shouldn't.
You know it because you used to watch Mr. Beast. Anyway, he knew about everything that was going on, and that will be proven in court. I believe it's only a matter of time before Mr. Beast gets P-Diddy treatment. That's all I'm saying is there's one thing after another over and over and over again with this guy. And, you know, if I may put my conspiracy hat on, and please join me in the audience on this downward spiral down the rabbit hole of conspiracies, you're not allowed to become as popular as you are on social media if you don't sell your soul to an extent. Mr. Beast is the most popular YouTube streamer in the world, not America, the world. I believe all of his channels together, it's 1 billion people, right? Like all of his channels combined.
I'm going to look at his account right now. I'm going to see how many he has.
Well, he's got multiples.
I know.
There's multiple.
So here,
accounts.
let me just look up Mr. Beast and see what happens.
Yeah, just look up Mr. Beast.
A little tad bit of information. Yesterday, I don't know why it popped up on my account, but people were saying on Amazon, just because we're talking about Amazon, and you guys in the chat, if you guys know any better than I do, Amazon apparently is changing all their policies. Not only are they going to up their membership prices, they are going to stop taking returns. I don't know if you guys know how their returns work. You take them to UPS, and as soon as they scan it, they give you your money back. Now they're going to hold it for 30 days after you send it back till they get their item back to release your funds, and then they're going to open up an inquiry to see if the item that you bought from them is actually returnable. Because so many people are just sending it back, but everybody's freaking out. I don't know if it's true. Like I said, it popped up on my account for some reason. So if anybody knows any better, please let me know, because I might be canceling my Amazon account, because, I mean, holding on to my money, keeping my money hostage there for something that I sent back is just a no-no for me.
Yeah, well, either way, Amazon's demonic in the first place. The point is, that's his main account. That's not the only channel that he has.
Yeah, there's more if I scroll down.
Hang on. And so the point is, this guy has got close to, if not 1 billion followers across all social media accounts. And I don't think that you're allowed to have that many people unless it literally says gay test above his stuff here. That's all I'm saying. Like I mean, it literally.
That's a sponsored thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a sponsored thing. I mean, come on, come on, work with me here, people. How right do I have to be all the time,
Dude?
All right, and so this is what I mean. Even like his secondary accounts have 26 million. I mean, his main account is on YouTube alone is 316 million. This dude's got 1 billion followers across all his accounts, across all social media.
More than Taylor Swift.
You're more than Taylor Swift.
Wow.
And the thing that shocks me the most is how many people in the comment section are like, I have no idea who this guy is.
I didn't for a long time.
It terrifies me because your children do. Your children have idolized this guy and or watched his videos for years on YouTube. That is the problem with parents today. You don't know who arguably the most famous person in the world is via social media. You don't know who that is. I don't know what to say to parents like that. Like, I just don't. Like, how can you be so oblivious to what your kids are paying attention to? Like that's all I mean. I'm not trying to down people. Maybe some of you, your kids are grown, like grown, not like 18 grown. Maybe they're like my age grown. Got it. Man, it's insane. If you know who Dude Perfect is, Mr. Beast is 100 times bigger than Dude Perfect.
I don't know who either of those. I mean, I didn't know who
Really?
Mr. Beast was until we talked about him a few months ago?
Mr. Beast is absolutely bigger than Dude Perfect. Look up Dude Perfect's YouTube.
No,
Just
I
do
know he
YouTube.
is. I'm just
I
shocked
love
that
Dude
Tony's never
Perfect.
heard of Dude Perfect.
What?
I've never heard of any of the. I've never heard of Mr. Beast either. Up until a couple of months ago, I had no idea who he was.
Okay, go home and ask your daughters who Mr. Beast is.
I mean, I'm sure they.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I mean. Yeah, Dude Perfect's only got 60 million
Only 60 million.
Only
what are you
60
talking
million
about?
compared to just one of MrBeast channels having 300 plus million. That's all I'm saying.
Who is this dude?
This is Dude Perfect.
Dudes.
You know, the
there's like
guys
4
that
or
make
5
the
of them.
long basketball.
All right.
shots.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make, dear God, we're getting derailed today. The point I'm trying to make is we as parents are so oblivious to what our kids are actually paying attention to that it is terrifying to me how many people have no idea who MrBeast is, because all your kids do. All your kids do. If you've got children under the age of 30, they all know who MrBeast is. They've watched at least 50 to 60 of his videos, at least. They're buying the MrBeast. You can go to Zaxby's right now, and there's the MrBeast box. Like,
cool.
He's got toys in Walmart.
Like-
all these different. They just announced something called Lunchly, which is a competitor to Lunchables.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
feeding your kids. They're entertaining your kids.
Everything that he does is kid oriented. So another thing to think about. So everything MrBeast does, because the primary audience of MrBeast are kids. And now he's doing a game show called Beast Games that's being sued for sexual harassment, slave labor wages, all the above, for the entertainment of children. It's crazy. Crazy stuff.
I mean, I know I'm not as socially educated as you guys are, but I really don't care. I mean, it's not these people aren't part of my life, and my children are grown, and you know they're off in their careers in college. I know. I mean, I'm pretty sure they know who he is. I don't know if they follow him or not, but yeah, I mean, stuff like this is not on my radar. So if not on my radar, I don't care.
Well, you just had a grandchild, right?
I gotta be honest, Tony. That might be the single most thing you've said that I could not disagree with more. Like that mindset.
That's okay.
How? Like you now have a grandchild. You're going to have more. If we don't expose and get parents to pay attention to this stuff, it's only going to get worse. Like we can't have that mentality of, well, my kids are grown, so it doesn't apply
No,
to me.
I didn't mean.
we can't have
I
that.
didn't mean. I don't care what they're doing. I'm just saying in my life, I don't care who they are. Like, okay, so now that I know that whoever MrBeast is and the Mr. Perfect dude is exposed. If that's what
Dude
they're
Perfect,
doing,
they're
or
good
Dude
guys.
Perfect.
They're Christian guys.
Okay,
That's
so-
why
so-
their account is smaller.
So Mr.
because
Beast,
they're Christians.
Now that I know that MrBeast is doing this stuff and that he's doing child stuff, yeah, I'd be like, dude, I don't agree with what he's doing. And if my grandchild, when she grows up, is researching his videos, I'd be like, no, you need to stay off of that. So, but what I'm saying is that in my life, he's not on my radar because I don't watch his stuff.
Yeah, Todd. Everybody in the chat wants to know why you're so quiet.
Because I'm doing I'm fixing.
Very unusual of Todd.
I'm fixing to make you mad.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna flip this. All right, so the few videos on YouTube that I've watched of MrBeast, it's like he has this car that's worth $80,000, and 100 people put their hand on a car, and the last person to take their hand off wins the car.
It's worse than that, dude. Way worse.
Okay, but no, just follow me. All right, and so this TV show it started off with 2,000 contestants and 1,000 got eliminated. So if it's in that realm of like you've got to last, doing different competitions and different things. One video is like everybody started in a huge circle, and then the circle kept getting smaller, and then everybody got their own individual circle. And one dude just stood in a little bitty circle for 24 hours. They give them water and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you sign up for that, that's your fault. That's not MrBeast's fault. That's not the guy who come up with it. That's not his fault. Like, you knew what you were getting into. And on the flip side of that,
Yeah, but
every
Todd,
video that
Todd, what you just that's ignorance. What you just said, and what I mean by that is, you can't by laws of America specifically, you can't willingly put people into situations that they can sign a form saying if they get injured, true, but you still have to provide basic things to help prevent them from getting injured.
Well, when is
so what
somebody
this
gonna
lawsuit
sue?
what this lawsuit is alleging is that they did not do that minimum requirement.
Okay,
of
well,
things,
when is
and that
somebody
they're
going
not
to sue
paying them.
Survivor?
Survivor has EMT standing by at all times. What are
Well,
you
so
talking
does
about?
he.
Apparently not, according to the lawsuit.
Like, and the sexual
what-
harassment thing, I get, but again, I have to play devil's advocate here. Like the transgender thing and his dude and stuff, that's disgusting and gross, and I get that. Okay.
Okay,
But
so
most
no,
of
no,
his
no, hold on. I
videos-
know where you're going. No, most of his videos, that guy was allowed on there, and then even when he took that guy off of the videos, because that's everybody's thing, he still allowed him to work and be behind the scenes in a very high position within the company. Here's the thing. If something came out on you tomorrow, and I am a peasant in the eyes of MrBeast, if something came out on you tomorrow that you were talking to minor children fans of the show, grooming them, trying to get them to meet up across the board, I'd be out of a job. And I would be bankrupt and I'd be in court tomorrow because you are an employee of this show and therefore it is my responsibility. How could I not know that these things were going on? See what I'm saying?
Oh, that part I
Why
100%.
isn't that applying
part I
to
agree with you.
MrBeast? It's not applying to MrBeast because he sold his soul to the
Yes.
to the elites of
That's
all
not
this
where I
stuff.
was headed.
That's what I'm trying to get at. And if he is allowing that to go on behind the scenes, all of these things are indoctrinations to your children. Again, we're approaching this from the context of being grown adults. You can't do it that way.
No,
You gotta
I
look at-
100% agree with you on that.
You
Like,
have
there's-
to
there's
look at
no
Mr.
way-
Beast and the thing that he does in the eyes of 10 to 18-year-olds. That's what you have to do.
There's no way he didn't know that his dude was gross because that was his friend even before he got famous.
Yeah,
so,
somebody just
like,
said Chris
like-
Tyson was in a bikini as a trans woman in one of Mr. Beast's videos.
Yeah,
He
again,
was.
that's honestly like mine and your situation. We've known each other for years. So there's no way I could do that and you not know it. So I agree with that part. I'm just talking about what he does. Like look at this. Like these people sit in a room and the last person wins. I'm sorry. You know what you're getting into. You can't sue him for slave labor or not getting paid overtime. You knew what you were getting into when you signed up for the show. I'm sorry. Like, and I know he has medical professionals there. He's not that stupid. But the sexual harassment stuff, okay, if that's going on, that's a different story. But, you know, that's like Survivor. I sign up for Survivor knowing that I'm going to be stuck on an island and I'm going to have to fend for myself eating ants and octopus and whatever I can catch, kill, and eat. So that I know that going into. You see those people when they get on the show,
yeah.
they look like me. And when they leave, they look like a 108-pound, like, anorexia patient. I've never seen anybody sue Survivor for that. So I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't.
Well, I'm sure Survivor, they signed documents and whatnot to avoid that. And the fact that they didn't, I guess, foresee whatever injuries or harassment that they came into means that there's a bigger picture, right? There's a bigger issue, you know? So it's not Survivor. They're not being put in scenarios, I assume, where those kind of things happen. And if they didn't sign a document, then that's just stupid on Amazon and MrBeast's part.
Yeah, I
to
agree.
protect them from that.
That I agree.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. Mark this video when MrBeast is arrested for child stuff. Just mark this video. And for those of you in the chat, love you very much. You're on the wrong show. Saying you're getting bored, move on, or you're leaving. Leave. I don't care. You're right. I'm not in the best of moods today, and this is not the day. I don't need you to watch if you don't want to watch. So, bye. Love you very much. All right, let's get into our next sponsor today, and that is Tax Network. If you owe back taxes, don't talk to these blood-sucking vampires alone. You need to contact my friends over at Tax Network USA. They're a trusted tax relief firm and have saved over $1 billion in back taxes for their clients, and they can help you secure the best deal possible. Whether you owe $10,000 or $10 million, they can help you. Whether it's business or personal taxes, even if you have the means to pay or you are on a fixed income, they can help you finally resolve your tax burdens once and for all. You can go to tnusa.com/Graham. That's tnusa.com/Graham or call 1-800-985-1000 for a private consultation. Go check them out right now. They're who I use to fight the IRS. I think you need to do it as well. And go check them out right now. All right. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're already on a tangent. But I want to say something really quick because today's just one of those days and I just feel like saying it. Our job here is to bring you things that we view to be relevant that you guys want to know about. I don't give a flying balls if you don't like it. I don't care. If you're here only for us to talk about President Trump 24/7, this is the wrong show. Go somewhere else. If you're here only to hear us talk about P-Diddy, we're going to talk about it later on in the show. If that's not fast enough for you, get off the show and go somewhere else. Go to these other people that pander. There's a lot of people taking Russia money right now. Go listen to them. This is not the right show for you. We do not dictate the content of this show based on your opinions. We are here to tell you what we think you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Love you. Appreciate the support. But I cannot allow the voices of tens of thousands of people to dictate what we talk about every single day, because then we'd never talk about anything, because none of you can agree on what we should talk about, when we should talk about it, and how we should talk about it. So, respectfully, move on if you don't like it. Love you. Can we go on with the show? Comment in the chat, yes or no. Are we good? Is everybody good? Everybody got their, their booty hole untightened to where we can move on? Everybody all right? Good? Okay, fantastic.
You guys hear a buzzing in the background?
All right.
You're good. You're good, Tony.
All right. Somebody just said when Graham is calm, he's actually really, really like ticked off. That's true. That's true. That's how, yeah, I do hear that. What is that noise?
It's the guest. You're good.
Okay. All right.
Okay, got it.
Anyway,
Got it.
yeah, look, man. Hey, we're all adults here, but look, I mean, I get it. Like sometimes we get on tangents. That's the point of this show. We're not going to agree with each other sometimes, and that leads to dialogue and debate. If you're not here for dialogue and debate, get the crap off the show and go listen to somebody that doesn't talk to you, the audience, and doesn't have anybody else, and you only hear what they think about something. Go do that. There's a lot of those people. There's very few people that do it like us that have disagreements on the show. And if you don't like it, you can go do something else. All right, let's move on here. Our guest is already here, so we'll move the blocks here across the board. What is that, Todd?
I'm sweating.
I can't do it, dude. When people give you some stupid crap like that, it just bothers me.
Need some holy water.
If you guys knew the amount of work that goes into doing what we do, you guys wouldn't. You guys. None of you would talk. None of you would talk at all. Yeah. What is that noise, Royce?
The audience can't hear it. You're good.
Okay. It is.
Sounds like a vacuum. Like
The guest's mic is buzzing a little bit.
Okay, well, you need to make sure the guest, once we bring him in, that the audience can't hear that. All right. I want to bring you in. I truly believe that we are in the end times. I think a lot of people can agree with that. Honestly, I think it's a dumb thing to say. No, we're not. We're closer today than we were yesterday. I think that's true. It's kind of like the statement, look at this picture when you were younger. Every picture is a picture of you when you were younger. But either way, all I'm saying is we are closer today to the end times. That's Mitch Hedgesburg, by the way, R.I.P.
it's so funny.
Anyway, but our friends over at End Times is got a new documentary out about this. So I think we're going to play the trailer that Royce is responsible for. And then we're going to bring Dave on to give us a little bit of insight about this new documentary. And then we're going to move on to, the rest of the show because we got off on a tangent there. It's going to be a long one today, people. So buckle up, hit the like button. Let's play the trailer, Royce.
A reminder of the breaking news this hour. At least 22 people are reported to have died in...
All right, let's bring on our guest. Dave, you there?
Oh, got to unmute.
And gentlemen.
There we go. We got you, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So, talk to us about this documentary. There are so many interpretations of the end times and revelations, and are we post, pre, all the above?
Yeah.
But that's an amazing intro. Bravo, Royce, and your work.
Me and my
on
brother,
that.
yeah.
You and your brother, bravo on that.
Good job.
But talk to us a little bit about this documentary and what people can expect, and then where can they go to see this?
Yeah, so the documentary is about obviously Bible prophecy. A lot of people say, "Oh, nobody can understand Bible prophecy," but that's absolutely not true. Bible prophecy is about 30% of the entire Bible. So, did God just need some filler when He was writing the Bible? No, He put it in there so you could understand. So, the documentary is about the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I've seen movies and magazine articles and books and things on the four horsemen, and many people interpret that they are four physical horsemen that will ride across the world one day, killing people and destroying cities. None of that's true. If you go back to that prophecy is found in Revelation chapter 6, verse 1 through 8. If you go to Zechariah, the Old Testament, chapter 6, verse 1 through 8, he gives us some more clues. He sees the exact same vision John saw in Revelation 6, but he says these four horsemen, which were pulling chariots, are the four spirits that come forth from heaven that will control the ideologies or the belief systems of mankind in the end time. Well, what are those four spirits that are symbolized by these four horses in Revelation chapter 6? The Bible says that there was a white horse, a red horse, a black horse, and a green horse. For the sake of time, I'll cut it down to make a long story short. The white horse, or the white belief system in the world today, is Catholicism. The red spirit is communism or socialism. Red Russia, red China, red Romania. Most people would know the red spirit of communism. The black spirit is capitalism. And then the final spirit, here, represented here by this the fourth horseman of the apocalypse, would be a pale horse. However, that was a mistranslation. The original Greek word there is chloros, which means green. So John's, the translators should have said a green horse. Well, the green spirit, that is the last spirit to arise in the earth right now, prior to the Great Tribulation beginning, is the spirit of Islamism in the world. Well, you can see Islam rising in the world right now. We have protests all over America, on our college campuses, in our streets. It's overtaking Europe, the spirit of Islam. Well, the Bible says that is the last spirit to arise. That's Revelation chapter 6, verse 8. Revelation 6, 9 through 11 describes the Great Tribulation. So the documentary here is explaining the rise of the Islamic spirit. It also goes into my story. When October 7th kicked off and Hamas invaded Israel, I had a tour group over in Israel, down in the Jordan Valley up on Mount Masada. I was standing up there when the bombs went off October 7th that morning. So we went back to the hotel, went to the bomb shelters, and I was there. Me and a whole tour group were there for another week during a declared state of war in Israel. So it really, I've talked about this stuff for years, my father-in-law and I, but it really branded on my mind, and it really brought it, laid it on my heart that I should expose what really is going on here. The Bible says that, to tie all this together, the Bible says there's a war coming that will emanate from the Euphrates River region, which is housed in Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Iran, 4 nations, and that 1/3 of the world's population will be destroyed as a result of that war. That's Revelation 9, verse 13 through 21. All 4 of those nations, Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Iran, are involved in this current conflict. Turkey is a supporter of Hamas. Iran has terrorist proxies in Syria and Iraq. And of course, Iran is really you guys understand a prison term, the shot caller. Well, Iran is the shot caller in all of this. They've surrounded Israel with terrorist proxies, and Israel's really fighting a 7-front war right now with all of the terrorist proxies and with Iran. So the heated part that's going on here in the Middle East is Iran telling their terrorist proxies, they've been indoctrinating them for years, that the coming of their Mahdi, their Messiah figure, the 12th Imam, that in order for their coming of their Messiah, that they need to destroy Israel and the United States, who is the present principal driver behind the world government in the earth. They believe when their Mahdi figure comes, that he will establish a world government and implement Sharia law, the Shiite version of Sharia law globally. So they've indoctrinated these terrorist proxies that, hey, to quicken the coming of our Messiah figure, we need to destroy Israel and the United States. That is the conflict that's boiling in the Middle East right now. Is these terrorist proxies believe that they should destroy Israel and then come after the United States. This is what's going on in the Middle East, and it is a direct fulfillment of Bible prophecy, the rise of this green spirit of Islam in the earth. Guys, it's proving we're absolutely in the end time. There's no denying it.
Wow. That's, man, you guys have dedicated your lives to studying this. You guys have dedicated your lives to being able to equip and educate people on the end times. Royce, I believe we've got a special link, right? Don't we have that?
Do,
that we
yeah.
can pop up? We want everybody to go check this out for themselves. You can go to endtime.com/Graham. That's very simple. endtime.com/Graham. This is an amazing documentary. They're doing amazing work over at End Time. I challenge you to go check out their ministry in general, but especially this documentary. You can go to endtime.com/Graham to check it out. Dave, man, we appreciate it, man. What great knowledge and insight as always. Ladies and gentlemen, go to endtime.com/Graham. Check this out for yourself. It literally could save your eternal life and your eternal soul. Dave, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
God bless you guys.
All right. God bless you, man. All right. Let's move on a little bit. We're going to jump on into Newsome. And we are going to talk about the fact that apparently memes and satire are now illegal in the state of California.
Speaking of end times.
Yeah, speaking of the devil and the Antichrist,
Speaking
let's
of the
talk
demons,
about Gavin Newsom. No, seriously, and I know that I'm not in the best of moods today, but again, if you still are living in California and you choose just to live there, I kind of like Todd said, how he doesn't feel sorry for the contestants. I'm getting that way about people who choose to live in California. This is you.
Man.
You keep allowing this to happen, but let's talk about it here. This is Gavin Newsom making a statement, but let's go down just a little bit what the original thing was. It's a report on Elon Musk. Go down. There you go. Elon Musk retweets an altered Kamala Harris campaign ad. In the video, Harris seemingly exposes herself as an incompetent candidate for president. The origin of the video isn't known yet. We're going to play that here in a minute. Gavin Newsom took great play. If you believe that Gavin Newsom, I don't believe he's the Antichrist, but man, oh man, would he make a good candidate?
He's
Comment yes
definitely
or
a virgin.
no on the thing. If Lucifer came in human form, he would definitely look like Gavin Newsom.
If Lucifer had a cousin, okay.
Somebody just said, Graham, not everybody can up and move. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I don't believe that.
I did it.
Here's the thing. Anybody can say, well, we just can't up and do this. But the truth is everybody can. Because what you actually truly believe the most in, you find a way to do it. The end. I'm sorry. I disagree. I don't believe that. Not everybody can just get up and go to church every day. Yeah, you can. Not everybody can just yeah, you can. Not everybody can just start a business like that. Yeah, you can. But that's all that is. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Either way, back to it. Governor Newsom said yesterday, I just signed a bill to make this illegal in the state of California. You can no longer knowingly distribute, what a vague legal term that is, knowingly distribute, an ad or other election communication that contain materially deceptive content, including deep fakes. Okay, so that thing that we shared the other day that we thought Donald Trump wrote on Truth Social that said 0 and 2, only to find out that no, somebody made that. You could go to jail in California for sharing that. All right, but let's keep going. I believe this is the video in question. Now, it's 2 minutes. We're not going to play the whole thing, but you'll get the gist very quickly. They used AI to make Kamala Harris's voice talk about how horrible Kamala Harris is. Play it.
I, Kamala Harris, and your Democrat candidate for president, because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist.
And racist.
I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them.
All right, pause.
As if
Okay,
they're
you get the point. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, but it's obviously no sane human being would believe this to actually be true. Okay, but let's keep going. We've got something on here. This is another meme. I guess this is a meme. Is this the same thing? I think this is the same video.
It's not
Play
the
it.
same thing.
Is it not? Okay.
The Suck-a-Lotta Cox, a repulsive figure in our modern political landscape, displays a noticeable physical prowess compared to President Potato Head. She gracefully descends the airplane stairs
All right,
with
pause.
a nimble jog.
This is now illegal in California.
Am I
wait,
the only
wait,
one
hold,
here?
hold.
Am I the only one here that doesn't find the first video absolutely? I don't find it funny. I find it absolutely terrifying because this is exactly how she is.
Well, yeah, it's
I
the
mean,
truth.
It's
It's
just,
the
I mean,
truth. Yeah.
it is scary as, excuse my language, F. I mean, it really is. I mean, the
But
fact that
wait
people
a
on the
minute.
left are, what? I'm sorry, Todd, go ahead.
Where is Saturday Night Live filmed? Because that's all they do.
Well, yeah, right, but it's
I mean-
only for political or election purposes, Todd. Remember.
Well, I mean,
It's
they
only
make
for them.
fun of Trump. They make fun of all of them. So
Right,
I
right,
guess they're
right.
not allowed to broadcast Saturday Night Live in California.
All right, but you can go to jail. Here's Gavin Newsom signing the 3 bills, and just everything about Gavin Newsom.
God,
It's gross. Like I said, I was recently in a hotel where he was in the lobby.
I bet it was hot in there.
And we had to get a young priest and an old priest
Mm-hmm.
to come and cast holy water on the building. And anoint it with oil to get rid of the demonic presence in the place. But play this video. This is pretty cringe.
A lot of deepfakes out there. There's not a lot of disclosure. There's not a lot of labeling. So among the many AI bills that are on the desk are 3 specific election-related bills.
Do you want to sign some laws?
And I don't know. I just thought, why waste your time with a politician unless they're going to do something for you? There's 2.
2 are signed, and 3 are signed.
And this is now official. That is now injunctive
If
relief.
those are
if you do any
bills,
of
those are the
deepfake
smallest bills I've ever
elections
seen in my life.
realizations. So that's how easy it is to govern.
They look
He
like
just signed a
pamphlets.
napkin from the hotel. Shut
They
up.
look like pamphlets you got from the Scientology
Yeah.
church down the street.
Right.
All right, either way. But the problem with Gavin Newsom's bill, just like everything that Democrats do, it is actually illegal to do so because apparently the Supreme Court has already ruled on this. Can we show that? All right. Satire is actually protected free speech. The U.S. Supreme Court unanimously agreed in Hustler versus Falwell in 1988 that a parody, which no reasonable person expected to be true, was protected free speech. The reason the justices also stated that upholding the lower court's decisions would the reason they did this is because the lower courts were trying to affect political satire. And the Supreme Court goes, no. Satire is protected free speech, you morons. So Gavin Newsom's new laws, much like much of what California does, is illegal. Now, this comes on the heels, ironically, of Hillary Clinton just 2 days ago saying this about what she deems the spread of misinformation. Play it.
And boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda, and whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence because than boosting Trump back.
There it was. So basically, Hillary Clinton is now advocating for, if you share what they deem to be misinformation, a good deterrence from that would be for you to be criminally charged to do so. That's where we live right this second. RFK had something to say about this last night. Let's play his thoughts.
I don't feel at home with people who believe in censorship. I think it's disqualifying. It's antithetical and inconsistent with democracy. And we had Hillary Clinton yesterday making this extraordinary statement that endorsing this censorship of speech in our country. We have Kamala Harris saying that free speech is a privilege. It's not a right. And Tim Walz saying the same thing. And I think that is disqualifying for anybody who wants to be president of the United States to believe in censorship.
I agree. Do you agree with that statement that it should be disqualifying for anyone to run for any office of any kind? If you agree,
I don't think you should be allowed to be a little league baseball coach.
If you agree with the censorship of free speech, or if you agree that anyone running for political office of any kind that is pro-censorship of free speech should not be allowed to run, comment yes or no in the comment section
100%.
right now. All right, it's 9:48. We got to get into P-Diddy, so we're jumping right into this stuff here. All right, Todd, lead us through this first thing here.
Yeah, so P-Diddy finally was arrested after, and we got to go back and remember his home was raided because neighbors were talking that they were busting in, minors and things like that, all hours of the night, several civil lawsuits. So they actually raided his house. Well, now he's been put in cuffs, and bail has been denied for Combs as he awaits trial for sex trafficking charges. He'll now be transferred into custody of the same New York City jailers who were in charge of Epstein.
All right, hold on. Let's play the video of this first because, you literally can't make it up. Let's just play this real quick. It's 12 seconds.
Well, it looks like Sean Diddy Combs is going to have to stew in jail as he awaits a sex trafficking trial. A judge refusing to grant him bail. They're saying that there is a great risk he could try to leave the country. That is not going to happen. Well, it looks like Sean Diddy.
All right, so the fact that they're putting him with the same jailing system that was responsible for the Epstein incident is very interesting. And we're going to go through this here. I think one of two things happens. I think one, Diddy don't make it to trial.
I say we pick squares.
We pick squares.
Yeah.
One, if you think P. Diddy is making it to trial, comment yes or no. The only other outcome I see is that P. Diddy's going to start singing on some people, and that's going to be the October surprise coming up. If you believe that P. Diddy could bring up the October surprise for the Democrats, or against the Democrats, comment yes or no. But let's figure out some of the stuff they found in P. Diddy's house when they arrested him. Let's just play the clip. I don't even want to talk about it. Just play the clip.
As part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether. As part of this investigation.
Oh, that's horrifying, dude.
Man, dude, that's enough to fill a kiddie pool. Like, that's just gross.
Okay.
Man.
So they found, I think we could all agree, an excessive amount of lubricant.
Just a little.
And lube.
A plethora.
1,000 bottles, dude.
I don't like how calm this guy was.
Me either, man.
Dude,
Dude,
bothers me to no end. Here is, let's just keep going through the stuff here. Let's just play this clip. Yeah, just play it.
Of New York is holding a news conference. Let's go right to it.
Racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking,
Skip the
interstate
stuff
transportation for prostitution.
Well, never mind, hold on.
The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
Poor Bieber.
As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines.
Pause. All right,
Combs
so then
allegedly
it becomes RICO and federal and all that.
Wait, did
kind
he
of stuff.
say arson, though?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he
burning
did.
stuff down.
Really?
Yeah,
I
so
did not know about
just,
that part.
out of all of that, I just have one question / statement. When you are as powerful and as rich as the diddler is, you don't bribe down. You bribe up.
Dude,
I want to know who he's bribing and who he's got stuff on. Because it ain't like it's me or Tony or Joe down the street. No.
He's got videos and photos of everybody. I'm telling you. That's why he's not gonna. He's dead. I'm telling you, he's dead.
I have a different take on this. I don't think they're gonna kill him. I think he's gonna survive because I think they're gonna throw him in jail because he has so many different videos. I think he learned from the Epstein murder in jail that he set it up for. All right, I assume I'm gonna be arrested eventually. I'm gonna set it up where you guys can't kill me because if you do, I'm gonna blackmail you guys and everything's gonna be released if I get killed.
I think if he did that, he wouldn't be in
think
jail.
he's smart enough to do that, and they're gonna set him up in jail in a luxury, if there is such a thing, a luxury jail cell, and he might be in there for life. But even if he is, he's gonna have a buffet in there because he's a freaking sicko.
Say it again, Royce. Say it again.
Well, I do see what Tony's saying, but I think if he did that and bribed his way out of it, he wouldn't be in jail.
There you go.
It's a good thing. But rest assured, they say that Diddy is not in danger, which is very interesting, even though he's in the same jail as Epstein. Play it.
We are concerned with anyone's safety whenever they are detained prior to trial. It's part of our obligations to keep people safe as well. It's part of the criminal justice system. So, but I do not draw any sort of connection between Jeffrey Epstein's suicide and what may or may not happen to any other defendant while they are detained pre-trial. And of course, the decision whether to detain the defendant will be up to a judge. Our position is that pretrial detention is warranted under the law and based on the facts of this case. And I'll leave it at that. We are concerned.
Hillary is cranking up the old machine, man. She's gonna get this thing going. He's probably in the same cell that Epstein was in. I bet you. I wish there was a way to know. Actually,
But they don't have to get to Diddy. They don't. All they got to do is send his attorney in and say, "Hey, listen, dude. If you're not swinging by your shoelaces by 6 o'clock in the morning, your family's not in jail. Your children are not in jail. They'll have accidents." They don't have to get to him.
True. Let's hear what Jesse Waters has to say. Jesse, as always, is pretty on point. Let's hear his thoughts.
Diddy was arrested on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, and the judge denied him bail. Tonight, Primetime's getting an inside look at what Diddy's being accused of. What we learned could bring the whole music industry down and might explain how Diddy got away with it for so long. The feds say Diddy created a criminal enterprise that engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. At the center of Diddy's criminal enterprise, drug-fueled sex parties, they're called freak-offs. Diddy lured women into his world and then manipulated them to participate in highly orchestrated sex acts with male prostitutes while Diddy watched and pleasured himself. Diddy gave out drugs at the freak-offs to keep victims obedient and compliant. These freak-offs could last days. Victims were given IVs to replenish fluid and then keep going. Diddy was known for throwing star-studded parties, but we don't really know who came to the freak-offs. We do know if you didn't freak off with Diddy, there were consequences. Diddy would threaten to kill your career, or worse. If you didn't do what Diddy wanted, he got violent, punching, kicking, and dragging women by their hair. Diddy had complete control over his freak-off victims. He had control of their housing money. He even tracked their location. And Diddy filmed the freak-offs, so he had the video for blackmail. Diddy's freak-offs have been going on for 15 years. That's a lot of tapes. The feds had their hands on all of them. They raided 2 of his homes earlier this year and walked out with his computers. They also seized freak-off supplies, drugs, guns, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. He also had 2 AR-15s stashed in his bedroom with the serial numbers scratched off. Today, Diddy pled not guilty and offered up $50 million for bail. But the judge denied him. Diddy's staying in jail. The judge said he's concerned about Diddy's substance abuse and anger issues and said he was a flight risk. Diddy's lawyer says he's going to fight. Diddy had a lot of pull in Hollywood and Washington. Remember, Diddy was a Democrat community organizer for years, running the Vote or Die movement. Diddy's freak-offs were an open secret for insiders. Everybody knew about him. Nobody tried to stop him. This is a lot bigger than Diddy. You can't get away with 15 years of freak-offs without a little help. Did other music moguls get in on Diddy's action?
Sure.
Diddy's the one taking the hit. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. If Diddy flips, he could take the whole music industry down with him.
Not just that. Politics. You saw him with a key. That was the key to New York that they gave him.
Yo, we got to stop using the term freak off, though. That is horrible.
That's what they call it, the freak off.
Hate that. That
like,
sucks.
dude, you know it's gross when they got to, like, press the pause button and give everybody an IV. Like,
ugh, God.
Well, here's the only problem I have, and we're going to get into an Alex Jones clip that it's like 3 minutes. It breaks it down really well. Is the police have had all of these tapes?
Well, the police have the Epstein stuff still, right?
Where are the arrests of all the people on the tapes? That's my every single person in the freak off wasn't a victim. Okay? They're like that's not the case. All right, let's go to this is a good breakdown. This is an Alex Jones clip. We're going to play it to the 3-minute mark. After the 3-minute mark, Alex Jones starts talking and it gets a little sideways. but this is a good breakdown here. So let's play this.
People. Hollywood has revealed themselves as they truly are. Arrogant, misinformed, spoiled assholes who would rather support a foreign power that is responsible for sending the United States over a cliff than support the efforts of their own republic.
Archetypes of the devil and God are real. And then once you understand the archetypes are real, where do the archetypes come from? Well, that's because there's something behind the archetype. And that the devil is real.
The bad boy of entertainment is getting the key to the city from the bad boy of politics.
I want to thank y'all for this honor and just recognizing me being from New York, giving me the key to the city.
Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
The Sean Combs, aka P-Diddy Epstein-esque saga is as much of a developing monstrosity as it is the ultimate New World Order celebrity distraction.
This is sort of unprecedented, what's happening here. You wouldn't often expect a celebrity mogul such as P. Diddy to be the subject of such an investigation.
In summary, according to a lawsuit filed by Chicago native and musical prodigy Rodney Jones, aka Little Rod, Sean Combs hired Jones to produce songs on one of his albums. Jones was then led into a twisted, rigged music industry den of iniquity fueled by underage sex trafficking, homosexual grooming abuse, murder, RICO statute violations, and every variety of drugs known to mankind. Those implicated in the lawsuit include Combs' immediate family, music executives, top-tier Hollywood actors, and a slew of hyped-up, crappy musicians that inhabit the hijacked Illuminati music industry.
We're talking A-listers like Cuba Gooding Jr., Meek Mill, Young Miami, Stevie J, Usher, Chris Brown, and even Diddy's own son, Justin Combs.
Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity.
The lawsuit reads, quote, Mr. Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his home, has recordings of several celebrities, artists, music label executives, and athletes engaging in illegal activity. These individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person who has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties, end quote. The lawsuit is as bizarre as it is enlightening, and a link to it is added to the text of this report. For instance, quote, Defendant Coram, Combs' assistant, required all employees from the butler, the chef, to the housekeepers to walk around with a pouch or fanny pack filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, and Tukey, which is a pink drug that is a combination of X and cocaine. And
all right, so there you go. That's a little bit of some of the stuff here. But let's go to some flashbacks of some people that P. Diddy has been super tight with over the years. Here you go. Here's a good one. Hillary Clinton herself. Play it.
We're not going to get into sophisticated politics. We're going to talk about a problem that we have in young America. Young Americans being disenfranchised. Only 36% of us have voted. And I wanted you to speak. You're one of the few politicians that young people relate to. And we wanted to just hear the message on why you feel it's important for them to vote this year. Young people that, and please talk to the people that are disenfranchised that don't believe in the power of their vote.
Well, I really think that this year
Right.
more than any
I don't want
other,
to hear her talk. You get it. All right.
I
P.
imagine
Diddy's-
right after this conversation, like, and the cameras are off, she goes, okay, Diddy, here's what you do, okay? It gave him the whole game plan, I bet. They're all in on it. They're all in on it. All these people are in on it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next we've got, of course, Obama.
Imagine that.
Here, imagine this. Play it.
Yeah, there you go. Y'all. Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
We applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt.
Man, he's cracked out right
If
there.
he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me. Yeah.
All right, so
Dude,
there we
that's
go.
so
All right, and then let's not forget our current vice president saying thank you at Diddy for hosting this town hall last night. There's a lot at stake for our communities right now, and it's critical we bring to the forefront how coronavirus is perpetuating racial inequality and health disparities. I want to bring you guys back to, and I believe there's language in this, I apologize, to Katt Williams, who
That's
everybody
right.
said was insane. Play it.
Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Everybody said Katt Williams was what was crazy for this. I want to bring you guys to, there's this new clip released on cell phones of P-Diddy collecting cell phones before they go off to one of these freak offs here. So we'll just play it a little bit, and you'll see. Skip to the middle just a little bit. Yep. Go, a little more. Go on, it's a 2-minute video. All right, here you go. This is him collecting phones, and then you'll see him go track down people. Everybody's phone now? Got everybody's phone?
Huh? Where the boys at?
Look, he's going to track them down now. Where's your phone?
How are you? Merry Christmas. Excuse me, I need the phones, guys. I need your phones. I need your phones. I need your phones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Quincy, I know you have 2 phones, Quincy. Oh, there you go. That's what I love. Yeah. Just
all right, again, pause. Creepy stuff. Why are you collecting everybody's phones before they're obviously on a port right here? They're finna get on a boat to go somewhere. Collecting cell phones. And we'll get into things here, but I want to get into Charlamagne the God yesterday. Had this to say, and this is why I think an October surprise is coming. Listen to what Charlamagne has to say.
Racketeering and sex trafficking. If he gets racketeering and sex trafficking for freak offs, it will be others involved.
Yes.
Like if you ever ran a train with Diddy, you're probably going to jail.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying, that, you know, that's possibly on those cameras because he had cameras in the crib. So
Man.
people are thinking that maybe there'll be other people involved.
If you ever been
on those
butt naked,
cameras.
if you ever been butt naked anywhere with Diddy or half butt naked with Diddy, and there was some women around or some men around that he told you were part of the party, you're probably going to jail.
Half butt naked is insane. All right.
If you possibly on any of those tapes, like Envy just said, that they seized from that house,
that's right.
You're probably going to jail when they start throwing that word racketeering around.
But we'll see what happens.
Hell, if you walked in a room and saw Diddy in there smashing Carl Winslow, allegedly. What? If Diddy flew Carl out, you might be going to jail.
Can we okay.
Why you gonna throw Carl out there like that?
We going.
Carl.
We'll be back with more, guys.
I'm just saying that racketeering
pack it
ain't
up
no joke.
for Carl. Pack it up for Carl.
All right. When we come back, we got front page news and then
Wow, I didn't know that. That's new.
Yeah, I heard that one before.
Anyway, all right. So that brings us to the point of, unfortunately, that's the end of the show. That's
Unfortunately, no, thank God.
Thank God, man.
Well, what I mean is, unfortunately, we're ending on that kind of note.
Yeah, true.
But
Dude, I have so many emotions in my head because I mean, and this is what I mean. 15 years of this stuff has been going on, and if I was invited to one of his parties or somebody famous's party, and something like this was going on, and I saw that they were doing stuff with minors or doing the kind of stuff they would do, and then they would try to blackmail me to not say anything, I think I am strong enough to be the kind of person that would say, I don't care if you expose and blackmail me. I don't care if you're going to do that to me, because I'd rather be exposed and try to be blackmailed by you than go to the pearly gates and be judged and exposed by him. Well, I would be strong enough and say, dude, I'm going to the cops right now. I'm not going to let you get away with this stuff.
Well, they would kill you right there. But
kill me if you want, but I'd rather be judged by God Almighty than be part of this
But
enterprise.
to your point, Tony, you got to remember, the people that were there are all evil people in the first place. Here's the thing. If Todd invited me,
why is it always Todd?
Because you're the freak. That's why.
Because if there's any of us that are involved in something, it's you. Either way, the point is,
just kidding, Todd. I
not
love you, man.
child sex stuff. I'm just talking about illegal things. So either way, if Todd called me up one day, he's like, Graham, come to this port in the Bahamas. I got this island with this hotel on it. We're going to go hang out for a week. Okay. I go down there, and the first thing Todd is, I see all these women around and everything like this. And the first thing Todd says is, give me your phone in this bag. I'm out. Like that is
You make one VPN joke. And
that
then
is
everybody-
classic. Like
You're never gonna
no.
live that
Listen
down.
to me. Listen to me. There's no good person that's just like, oh, okay. Here's my phone. Drop it in there and has no questions, like none whatsoever.
That's true.
Like you're already an evil person to get to that point in the first place. It is a known thing. Charlamagne was even talking about it. Katt Williams even talking about it. Everybody knows that P. Diddy put these parties on. So if you showed up there in the first place, you're already a bad person.
I appreciate
You're
it.
already a bad person.
There's a new nickname right there. Appreciate
What?
it, Graham.
T. Diddy?
Toddler.
Toddler?
Thanks.
That's not a new word. That is
Already
an
in the
actual
chat,
word.
The toddler.
No,
Thanks, buddy.
no. If anything, it needs to be the tiddler. Anyway.
It just
my
blows my
God.
mind that he got away with this for 15 years, man. I can't
doesn't-
believe.
Well, dude, when you have
how long
when
was
you
Epstein
have
doing it?
blackmail
Yeah, no,
on
I get that, man.
all of these politicians,
I just keep
man.
thinking of all the poor women. I mean, I get it. If you're invited to this party and you go, yeah, it's whatever. It's your poor judgment, but not knowing what you were getting into. I mean, that's somebody's sister, somebody's mom, somebody's
Dude, they don't
somebody's
care about
friend.
that.
Bro,
I mean, that's
bro,
just
it's not
man.
just-
like this. When we were growing up in the 90s, okay, late 2000, every rap music video, you see half-naked women dancing all over the place. They treat women like they would a vehicle. It's just a piece of property. They don't care about their feelings. They don't care what it does to their self-esteem. They don't care that they're over-sexualizing them. They don't care. They treat them as property. That is the game of the hip-hop industry. They don't look at women the way that we real men look at women. They don't.
Yes, but also like there's kids involved with this stuff, man.
Oh yeah. Bieber is
But yeah,
burnt.
he was like 15 when
Burnt.
he got involed with all that stuff.
Dude, he was younger than that.
You think so?
Justin Bieber knows. And
Oh
Justin
yeah, and
Bieber,
so does Usher.
So does Usher. So does Taylor
Guys,
Swift.
I have to
all
stop
these
you.
people.
I have to stop you. It's Usher.
No, it's Usher.
You guys
Have
say
you-
Usher every
Have you
time.
never heard the Yeah song where Ludacris goes, Usher?
Nah,
got the beat that
that's
makes your
what we're
booty go. That's why we say
I don't
it.
think I know that
Usher.
one.
Usher.
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 We know that. We know
Okay,
that.
I didn't know you
Usher.
knew that. You've only ever said Usher, and I'm confused.
Because Ludacris on the Yeah song with Usher,
Usher.
that song.
Yeah, I know that
Usher's got
line.
the beat to make you. Usher's got the beat that
Well,
makes
that's
your
why
booty
we're
go.
saying it like that.
Like that.
But,
That's why we're
like,
saying
really,
it.
Carl Winslow?
Well, let's not get sued. Let's just hold on. That's something Charlamagne said.
Dude, I just got one more thing to say, and hopefully we can move on. I hope whoever's involved gets the death penalty and gets put out like that, because the judgment and the punishment he's going to get from up there is going to be a million times worse than whatever we're going to give him down
I
here.
just
So
hope Trump is elected and in the White House before the sentence is made, because he's already said pedophiles getting death penalties. So let's just hope Trump's in office before the verdict comes out.
Somebody said Royce just showed his age big time.
Yeah, I'm
on
22.
that.
Sorry, I wasn't around when Ludacris was making songs.
He only knows Ludacris from Fast and the Furious.
Oh,
Maybe a little bit.
Oh man. Anyway, all right. Look. That's all we got for this of the show. We're gonna get into super questions here. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the follow, the share button, and please make sure to leave us a comment in the comment section. Todd, pray us out
Yes,
real quick.
please.
Lord knows we need
Please
it.
pray us out.
Can
We
get
need something.
Can we get a priest from every denomination
Yeah, for real.
on this one?
We
at
need a
this point?
shower after
All
this
right, let's
episode.
go.
Father, we come to you this morning, and just with everything that's going on in the country right now, I just ask that you protect the kids, Lord. That everything that's happened to these young people, Lord, that you find them, you grasp them, you hold them, and let them know, let these victims, let these individuals know that there are real men, there are real people out there that love them, that care about them, and that don't treat them as property or some just thing. Father, we're just in a bad way right now, and whether it's what page we are in Revelation, whether if it's the beginning, the middle, towards the end, whatever, it doesn't matter. Father, just the fact that we have a relationship with you is the only thing that matters. And those that are in the chat, that those that are listening on audio, that if they don't know you, if they don't have a relationship with you, I just ask that you reveal yourself, that you use our words here on this show, that you use this prayer to touch somebody's heart, to touch somebody's spirit, to make an eternal decision to follow you, to leave everything behind, and as your word says, become a new creature, so that they don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. They don't have to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow, because you control eternity, you control the time, you control what happens. Father, we love you. We thank you for everything that you do. And Father, we ask all these things in your son's name, and all God's people said.
Amen. All
Amen.
right, let's do super questions.
Dun, 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 dun. Here we go.
Here we go.
Jeremy, this is to start a fund to buy a new chair.
Thank you. No, the reality is, just so you guys know, like I sit, and then the way I sit, like I put my feet kind of like on like the legs of the chair, and then my back heel is super close to that lever. And what happens is sometimes my foot hits that lever, and if it hits it, it flings me back.
Graham, it is the funniest thing when you almost fall out of your chair. And you're gonna do it one day, and I'm gonna lose.
Dude, it scares the crap out of me, man. I'm just sitting here talking, and boom, like it flings me back like that.
Can I say something real quick too? I didn't forget to mention, but I wanted to wait till we got past all the negative stuff. Today's my daughter's 28th birthday. Just want to wish her happy birthday.
Happy
Mari,
birthday.
I love you. Just love you to death. Happy birthday.
Hey, Maury.
All right.
All right.
Micah Panja. Love you guys. Never miss a show since the Daily Rant guy stuff. This is my first time watching live due to a busy recruiting schedule. Semper Fi, cherry crayons taste the best.
Good luck on the recruiting trail,
Yeah,
my
for
friend.
real.
Been there, done that. Thanks for sticking
It
around for
sucks.
so long. We appreciate it.
Cowboy Up, just wanted to say thank you for bringing all the MrBeast stuff to light. I talked to my 2-year-old sons,
No,
who
to
are
my
tw-
two
or my
sons.
2 sons that are 12 and 16. They agreed that it was wrong. We sat down and blocked him on all platforms.
Nice.
Again, look, if I may be, and you don't have to zoom in on me, Royce, just if I may talk honestly for a moment, and like somebody said in the chat earlier, when Graham gets super like low, it's serious. If I come across agitated, it's because I am. And
Plain and simple.
and
That's how
and
that
the,
works.
and the reason why is you know, I don't think people will ever understand what it is like to do what we do here, where our whole life, our whole existence, and everybody thinks that all we do is this show, and then we just go off and screw around and do whatever we want to do. No, it's the next show. It's the next meeting. It's the Trump campaign. It's the this. It's the that. It's the planning. It's the flying to this place and speak here and do this and do that and deal with all the hate mail and deal with all the death threats and everything. It is a constant drain on the soul. You guys got, how long have we been going? An hour and 18 version of hours and hours of digging through, finding all of the evil things. And a lot of it we can't even show you on here, because then you'll get mad at me. Wow, Graham, wish you would have given me a heads up. My kids listen to this. Shut up. I don't care. Like we're talking about P-Diddy on the show. Why is your kid listening to this one? When we get frustrated, it's because we literally have conversations about, hey, what if we talk about this? And we'll go, no, because the audience will freaking revolt if we talk about that.
Like
because
sports.
Yeah, like sports or anything like that. Like y'all's vitriol response to us even having a little bit of fun on the last episode of the week at the end of the show. Like, we're not even doing it in the middle, at the end of the show. All you guys want to hear is the bad stuff all the time, which is fine, whatever. But we're the ones who our souls have to take that on every single day, all day long. I get home about 5, 6 o'clock, get to spend about 2 hours with my family, and then guess what we're doing at around
Back
8
at
o'clock? What are we doing, guys? What are we
Building
doing?
the show.
We're building the show for the next day. This is an all-day thing all the time, and it is soul draining. And knowing that if we talk about good stuff, the viewership will go down 45 to 50%. It's even more infuriating. And people wonder, and they always ask me, are you going to keep doing this after the election? And my answer is still, I don't know. we'll find out after how this election goes what happens, because there is a part of me, a real part of me, and I know I'm getting really off on a tangent here, but there is a real part of me that wonders what has this conservative, outspoken person on the computer screens movement actually become. There is a part of me that wonders that. There's a part of me that wonders, are we actually helping? I guess we'll find out November 5th. But that's where the frustration comes from. We have to brush off all the bad that we're carrying. You guys come into the chat with bad moods. Like, and you're just on the chat in a bad mood. Yeah. We have to brush off all the crap and then bring you a show. And then you start getting mad at us because we're having a conversation about MrBeast and you're saying, bored, this is not why I came here. Then freaking leave. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how else to say it other than that. Like, we love you guys and we appreciate that you're here. But it's just like church. If you're going to come here, shut up, listen to what has to be said, or don't come. Like, I mean, it's just that simple. Yeah, it's the type of people that show up to a movie and in the movie, they talk about how much the movie, they don't like it. Then just leave and then talk about how much you don't like it. But you're in the theater, like you chose to be here. And so it is a very cell-like place to be, where we as a group want to talk about certain things, but we know that you guys don't give a crap about it. And so we can't, because literally what happened earlier in the show today will happen. You guys will show your butts about things we're talking about that aren't necessarily like the most evil, horrific thing possible. And it puts us in a weird place, man. And so when you see that frustration comes out, it's because you don't have to deal with it all day, every day. We do. And it puts a lot on your soul, puts a lot on your mind, a lot on your conscience, all the above. But we just have to dance, puppet. And it's a lot. All right, moving on. Let's go.
Cairo 711. Sorry for the Greek spelling with the ch as the K. And okay, got it. It is also scary with the AI that you can do this with the person's voice saying these things. That's true.
Yeah.
Go get you a Southern accent. They never sound wrong. They never sound right on AI. Good luck.
I don't know, man. I've heard some AI songs.
Oh, man, good luck getting this accent.
Country songs made with AI, and they're pretty great. But,
yeah.
Next one.
Cindy, another $100 from Cindy.
Wow. Thank you, Cindy.
If the elite and political people are found associating with P. Diddy, do you think the information will be held until after the election? Trump Vance to save America. Thanks for bringing real news to Americans. You guys rock. Nah, ain't none of this coming out till after November 5th.
And we still haven't seen anything from the Epstein list, so nope.
Yeah, and if Trump loses, it's never coming out, ever.
It's just like it always happens.
Somehow.
You know, we're all worried. Epstein. 7-8 years from now, they'll put all the information out when nobody cares about it anymore.
Right. Probably so.
Yep.
Matt Nation, about Newsome. In my opinion, you cannot be pro-First Amendment and ban everything you disagree with. If you are pro-banning everything you disagree with, you're not for the First Amendment. That's correct. I agree.
Well, yeah, and to be clear, the First Amendment's purpose was to protect the speech you don't agree with from the person you don't like.
Hey.
Yeah, that's kind of weird that Kamala said that it's a privilege, not a right. I mean, it's literally written in our Constitution.
She's literally a moron.
She's literally, I can't say
in that AI video when she's like, I'm definitely unfit to be president. Not a lie.
Yeah.
Not a lie. How is that disinformation?
AI. That's fact.
That was probably a real soundbite.
Yeah.
Privately recorded at Diddy's house. Anyways, moving on.
Caitlin Butler. Diddy will have a Martha Stewart sales suite, so he'll have a luxury in jail. God bless and love y'all. Yep, you're right.
Yep.
Striker J, side note, driving through miles and miles of Amish country right now. Many Trump Vance signs. Even they know. Also, we aren't saying no fun. We're saying for it be after prayers and questions.
I disagree with you, man. Like no. No.
No.
You know, like the fun of the predicting football is like we do it We do it after the show. Like, you know, I mean, maybe we can pray out. Maybe we can pray out like before we do that. So if
we
people
did last
want to
time,
leave,
we prayed
they
and then we went to
can.
Paul.
Yeah, I think that's what we do anyway.
Yeah, we
And
do
so,
it anyway.
So
I'm sorry, I missed that question. What was it? I missed it. I was
basically it's from Striker J, and we love Striker J. But basically, like, have your fun, but just do it after like we're done with what we want from you guys.
I think his issue is that, you know, they pay for the super chats and they want to hear it, and then we do the super chat after the football thing, and they're like, I don't want to wait through this. Like,
yeah,
this is what the show is, man. You're tuning into the show.
And
this
again,
is what we're
Pollock
doing.
has a
You're
schedule,
waiting
too.
or not.
Yeah, it's kind of like a show. I mean, if you guys want us to go to we do an hour show, and that is it. And when we have our sponsors to read and we have your super chats, so in reality, you're getting a 30-minute show. If you want us to go to that model, we'll highly consider it because it would make our lives a lot easier. And so, I mean, again, I understand what you're saying, but I think you're saying it from an aspect that you don't see it from our point of view either. Like, you guys want us to talk about all this stuff. You guys want us to do Friday shows and all this other mess. Okay, fine. We'll do the show 5 days a week. 30-minute show, 15 minutes for super questions, 5 minutes for prayer, and then, 10 minutes for random talk. I mean, if you want us to go to that model, I mean, we can. These are the things that people, when they say stuff like that, like, you don't think about these things. And as much as we're grateful for the super chats and we love you guys for the support of those, we can't keep asking you guys to, do that all the time to the point that it pays for all of this. I don't know if you know this, but Tony, Royce, Todd, they're not free. They're not here, for just because they love y'all,
Yep.
And so, I mean,
cost a lot, dude. I mean, to keep me here.
I gotta pay for Tony's, green card, his work visas, like all this other kind of stuff. Royce is currently hiding from the Cuban mafias right now.
Yeah, Graham's paying Tony to keep me safe.
Yeah, like it's an expensive. The amount of
I'm in
legal
protective
fees.
custody right now.
The amount of legal fees I have to pay because of Todd. Do you have any idea how
We have
much
a
my
lawyer on
premiums have
retainer.
gone up? Do you
Just
have
for
any
me.
clue like how much money this stuff costs? Here's another thing a lot of people don't realize: just the audio show, and this is just for relevance here for you guys to understand. So many people believe that on the audio, we just record the audio and we put it up there and then we make money and it costs us nothing. That's not true. Do you guys realize it costs me 6 figures a year just to distribute the audio because so many people listen to it and I get charged per download of the audio file. So the bigger the show gets on audio alone, it costs me 6 figures just to send it out to you guys. These are all the things that nobody knows and nobody
Now
understands.
that's some tax right there. That's ridiculous.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Game Right 15. Love the show. Keep it up. Thanks for all y'all do. It means so much. I've never cared enough to vote until now. By the way, go. I ain't saying that.
Well, I'm glad you're allowed to vote. We need to block Game Right 15 right now.
Right
for the
now.
Go Dogs comment. Block him permanently from the show.
Dude, I love
Unless
this.
it's Mississippi State, then okay, I get you.
I gotta read this because people would be offended, but it cracks me up. Somebody wrote, "LOL, they just picked 20 up at Lowe's." See, stuff like that just cracks me up. I mean, humor is the best way to get through the day, man. I love it. Keep it coming.
Yep.
Here we go.
Lewis, did anyone catch the press briefing yesterday when Ducey and KJP, if not, need to go watch? She's an idiot. Yes, and it was awesome.
We actually had it in today's
we
show,
were
but-
going to put it, but then we got on the tangent about MrBeast, and it had to get pushed. But maybe we can bring it up on tomorrow's show.
WPMW Davis, I firmly believe an elected person violates anything in the U.S. Constitution should be immediately removed from office. 2, the info eats at your soul like cancer. I will keep you in my prayers. Thank you. Angela Durham, make it a 24-hour show. And heck,
We'll
love
just
your
put a
show,
camera
don't
on
change it.
us
No.
sleeping and stuff. Be one
No,
of those
this
weird
ain't the,
TikTok lives.
Man, no.
Have you seen that on TikTok? People will do 24-hour TkToks and they'll have a camera on them while they're sleeping.
It's
creepy.
No, that's weird.
This ain't Lamont.
I'm going to just draw a stick figure character on the whiteboard over here and we're just going to live stream it.
No, Graham, I got you. All we need is this right here. Oh, where's the photo at? Oh, did I delete it?
I don't know.
I had that photo. Remember from the other day when you were, when you were missing? We can just do that. All right. Next.
From Micah, crazy how people tell y'all how to do your show. I really don't care about college ball, but guess what? I don't complain because I might learn something. I wouldn't change a thing. Semper Fi. Appreciate it. I
Hey,
love
somebody
college
just
football.
said
It's great.
explosive at Trump rally. Breaking news. Do we
What?
have any breaking news going on?
Trump's doing a rally right now?
I don't know.
At
That's what it says.
10:30 in the morning?
It says end times 55555. Explosive at Trump rally.
Hang
Breaking
on.
news.
Looking.
Yes. No, wait. No.
Oh, okay. Near Trump's rally site on Long
Okay.
Island ahead of his speech this evening. Okay. All right. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and that's next. Like, it's going to go from guns to bombs. I'm telling you, that's next.
Again, so it goes back to my thing the other day. Like, at what point does Trump start worrying about other people that are at the rallies and things like that too? And so I don't know. Like, it's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know, man. This is crazy. We'll keep updates on that. It's breaking news type stuff and explosives in a vehicle found close to where the rally is going to be tonight. Is this another attempt? I don't know how it can be anything other than that. But again, another one, it looks like. So we'll keep you guys up to date on that. Holy crap. Anyway, all right, next.
Here we go.
American Mermaid. I love this show. Have since day one. I listen to know that I'm not the only one who thinks this stuff. Love all your hot takes, comedy, and love for Christ. Thank you.
Yeah, again, look, hey, we're going to disagree on this show. Striker J, man, we love you to death, dude. Like we appreciate your support here. We love your insights across the board, man. You're an awesome dude that we've gotten to know a little bit more than everybody in the chat. We're going to disagree. That's what I love about Dear America. I consider this all a family. And if we can't freaking vent to the family, who can we vent to?
Mm-hmm.
And so, everybody's just got to stop taking everything so personally. And if people are pissy, let them be pissy and let us vent from time to time as well. And so, all right, keep going.
Bill Pollock. You're not yourself when you're hungry, Graham. Here's some money for a Snickers. Sadly, due to inflation, you can only get one, but hope it helps.
I used to be a lot worse when I was hungry. I'm not too.
He was pretty hard to deal with.
He was hangry.
Michael Hewlett. Love the show, and it's your show. Do what you want. Love everything you guys talk about, and I learn a lot from it. Thank you, Michael.
And last one.
Patriot Paladin. Graham, remember that the soul is enduring. You guys are stronger than you know. We're all proud of what you guys do. Also, Tony, you're better than Lowe's. Thank you, guys.
All right.
But
Thank
just a
you
little
guys. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. We'll see you all again, same time, same place tomorrow. And we'll be paying attention to this new explosive device found at the upcoming Trump rally.
I just looked it up. I think they said they found an explosive device in a car parked.
Yeah, near Trump rally on Long Island.
Yeah, so obviously an attempt to hurt people at the Trump rally. So anyway, we'll have more info on that tomorrow. Make sure to, we'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit the follow button. Make sure to hit the share button. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out. And thank you guys for disagreeing. I love it. I hate the shows that they just talk to you. They don't really read the comments. They don't really want to hear what you have to say. They just want you to hear what they have to say. And I actually like the fact that we can read your comments and in real time be like, hey, you know what? I disagree with that. Or, hey, I do agree with that. And then you guys can cuss us out in the chat, if you want.
That's our favorite part.
I actually really like that aspect of the show. And, that's the way we're going to do it. And so anyway, all right, Tony, say goodbye.
Hasta mañana, everybody.
Royce.
See you guys tomorrow.
And Todd.
See you at 1.
See you at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for In the Hot Seat Todd Show. As always, I'm Graham Allen. Stay awake, not woke. Trust in God, not the government. And as always, stay free.